Chosen one, you could have scrolled past, but you didn't. And that's because God placed this message in front of you right now on purpose. You are exactly where you need to be to hear what He has to say to you today. By the time you finish watching, you will know exactly what you need to do to step into your breakthrough. But you must stay until the very end, because the final revelation is the most powerful of all. It is the missing key that most people overlook. Take the first step right now. Hit the like button to declare that you are ready to receive this message. Subscribe to stay connected to divine guidance. Comment 8888 to affirm that you are stepping into divine love today. Drop a comment below with one thing you need prayer for today. Then reply to someone else's comment with words of encouragement. This is more than just a video, it's a movement of faith. Why? Because miracles happen when we lift each other up. When you share your prayer, others will pray for you. When you pray for someone else, blessings flow back to you. This is how faith in action works. Comment your prayer request now and be part of this chain of divine miracles. Many people walk through life longing for love, searching for that deep connection, that profound sense of belonging that resonates within the soul and echoes in the quiet chambers of the heart. They pray for it with fervent whispers in the stillness of the night. They dream about it in vibrant colors that paint their subconscious landscapes. They hope for it with every fiber of their being, clinging to the promise of a love that feels both elusive and essential. But what if I told you that for many, the season of love they've been yearning for, the love they've envisioned in their most cherished dreams, is not a distant promise hanging in the future, but is already being meticulously orchestrated by God even now in this very moment? Imagine a symphony being composed just for you, note by note, movement by movement, a melody of love unfolding in the unseen realms, ready to crescendo into your reality. Think of the most beautiful piece of music you've ever heard, and how each note builds upon the last, creating a harmonious and breathtaking experience. That's how God is working in your life, crafting a love story that is even more beautiful than you can imagine. The unseen problem, the subtle yet significant obstacle that often blinds us, is not that love is absent from our lives like a barren desert devoid of life, but that it is often present, pulsating with life and possibility, yet unrecognized, veiled in the ordinary, or even unknowingly resisted, pushed away by unseen hands of doubt and fear. We get caught in intricate cycles of past hurts, like threads that bind us to old wounds, fear of vulnerability, a protective armor built around the tender heart, or limiting beliefs, self-imposed cages that confine our spirits and narrow our vision, that block us from truly seeing the beautiful, breathtaking tapestry of love that God, the master weaver, is patiently and lovingly weaving around us, thread by golden thread, moment by sacred moment. Just as a gardener carefully tends to their garden, removing weeds and nurturing the soil, God is working to remove the obstacles that are preventing you from experiencing the fullness of love. Today, I want to gently yet powerfully open your eyes, your heart, your very soul to a profound truth. God is not just passively hearing your prayers for love, like a distant observer in the cosmos. He is actively, dynamically, and intimately answering them. He is not just listening. He is responding with a love that is beyond comprehension. He is orchestrating a season of love specifically, intentionally, and uniquely for you. A love that is divinely designed with your soul's blueprint in mind and perfectly timed according to His infinite wisdom and grace. Think of it as a bespoke love, tailored to fit the contours of your heart and spirit. Like a perfectly tailored garment, this love will fit you flawlessly, complementing your unique qualities and bringing out the best in you. And in the next few moments, as we journey together through these sacred words, I will serve as your guide, illuminating the path and guiding you through the essential steps to not just passively wait for it, but to actively recognize it with clarity and discernment, to wholeheartedly receive it with an open and grateful heart, and to confidently step, fully and fearlessly, into this beautiful, divinely ordained season of love that is waiting to embrace you. Past hurts and disappointments, like stubborn stains on the fabric of our hearts, can cast long, melancholic shadows over our present, dimming the vibrant colors of today and obscuring the radiant light of new beginnings that dawn with each sunrise. If you are tenaciously holding on to resentment, a heavy weight that burdens the soul, bitterness, a corrosive acid that eats away at inner peace, or unforgiveness, a self-imposed prison that confines the spirit from past relationships or painful experiences, you are unknowingly yet powerfully creating a formidable barrier, an invisible wall to the very love that yearns to enter your life now, in this precious moment. Think of your heart, not as a cold, mechanical pump, but as a fertile, vibrant garden, a sacred space where emotions bloom and wither. Weeds of past pain, thorny and tenacious, like resentment, anger, and regret, can insidiously choke the delicate. New seeds of love, fragile yet full of potential, desperately trying to sprout and blossom into something beautiful and life-giving. Imagine trying to plant a beautiful flower in soil that is filled with rocks and thorns. The flower may struggle to grow, or it may not grow at all. Similarly, love cannot flourish in a heart that is filled with pain and negativity. Today, in this sacred space, take a profound moment of introspection, a quiet communion with your inner self, to consciously, deliberately, and intentionally release those weeds, uprooting them from the soil of your heart. Forgive those who have unknowingly or knowingly hurt you, releasing them from the bonds of your judgment, and perhaps most importantly, turn that compassionate gaze inward and forgive yourself for your perceived shortcomings, for your past mistakes, for holding on to pain for too long. Forgiveness is not a weak act of condoning the past, as if to erase the pain or pretend it never happened. It is, in fact, a profoundly courageous and liberating act of freeing yourself, unshackling your spirit from its grip, breaking the chains that bind you to yesterday. Forgiveness is like opening a window in a stuffy room, allowing fresh air to circulate and cleanse the space. It allows you to breathe freely and to embrace the present moment with an open heart. As you gently and intentionally release the shadows of yesterday, loosening their hold on your present, you consciously open your heart space, creating a welcoming sanctuary for God's divine love, a radiant and transformative force to illuminate your life, to flood it with warmth, light, and boundless grace, like the sun breaking through the clouds after a long storm. Imagine your heart as a locked door, and forgiveness is the key that unlocks it, allowing love to flow freely in and out. Let go of the heavy burden of the past and step into the lightness of a love-filled future. Release the weight of yesterday's pain and feel the lightness of being that comes with forgiveness. You deserve to be free, and you deserve to experience the fullness of love. Sometimes, often unknowingly, the greatest obstacle, the most formidable hurdle to experiencing the transformative power of love is not external circumstances, but our own deeply ingrained belief system, the inner narratives we whisper to ourselves in the quiet moments. Do you truly, in the depths of your soul, believe that you are inherently worthy of love, deserving of its boundless grace and tender embrace? Do you genuinely believe that God, your loving Creator, desires love in all its beautiful forms, not just as a fleeting emotion, but as a foundational element of your life, a constant companion on your journey? He does. Without a shadow of a doubt, He does. You are not a random occurrence in the vast universe, but His cherished creation, meticulously crafted with love and intention, and love itself is woven into the very fabric of your being, like golden threads in a rich tapestry, an intrinsic part of your divine essence. You are as unique and precious as a snowflake, and your inherent worthiness of love is as undeniable as the sun's warmth. Doubt, that insidious whisper that erodes self-belief and self-deprecation, those harsh inner criticisms that diminish your worth, are not voices that emanate from God, the source of unconditional love and affirmation, but from fear, that shadowy presence that seeks to keep you small, confined, and disconnected from your divine potential. Silence those negative voices, those inner saboteurs that try to convince you otherwise. Instead, replace them with powerful affirmations, declarations of truth that resonate with your soul. Affirm within yourself, with unwavering conviction, I am lovable, I am inherently worthy of love, simply because I exist. Love is not a privilege, but my divine right, a birthright granted by my loving Creator. God is actively orchestrating a beautiful, unique love story specifically for me, a narrative filled with grace, connection, and profound joy. Speak these words with conviction, allowing them to sink deep into your heart and mind. This belief, this unwavering self-acceptance is not arrogance, a puffed-up ego devoid of humility. It is, in fact, a profound expression of faith, a deep-seated trust in God's loving nature, His boundless compassion, and His unwavering promises. For your life, promises whispered on the wind and etched in the stars. When you wholeheartedly believe in divine design, when you recognize your inherent worthiness in the eyes of the divine, you consciously align yourself with the very love He is already preparing for you, like a carefully curated gift, wrapped in grace and anticipation, waiting to be unwrapped at the perfect moment. Believe in your lovability, for you are loved beyond measure. Just as a magnet attracts metal, your belief in your own lovability will attract love into your life. God, in His infinite wisdom and gentle grace, often communicates with us not through booming pronouncements or dramatic revelations, but in subtle, nuanced ways, guiding us with tender whispers, gentle nudges, and seemingly serendipitous opportunities that unfold in the tapestry of our daily lives. In this sacred season of love, as you open your heart to receive, pay close, mindful attention to the subtle signs that gently surround you, like whispers carried on the breeze. Are there new connections forming in your life? Unexpected encounters with souls that resonate with yours on a deeper level? Are you feeling an inexplicable pull, a magnetic draw to certain people, places, or experiences that spark a flicker of joy and curiosity within your heart? Are opportunities for connection, for meaningful interactions, arising unexpectedly, seemingly out of the blue, like gifts dropped from the heavens? These are not mere coincidences, random occurrences in a chaotic world. They are, in fact, divine. Breadcrumbs, subtle clues, strategically placed on the sacred path God is lovingly laying out for you, guiding you step by gentle step towards the season of love He has prepared. Be intentionally open to seeing love, not just in grand gestures and dramatic pronouncements, but in unexpected places, in the quiet corners of your life, and in unexpected forms, perhaps disguised as friendship, kindness from a stranger, or a renewed connection with someone from your past. Divine love, in its infinite wisdom, often surpasses our limited preconceived expectations, unfolding in ways that are far more beautiful, intricate, and fulfilling than we could ever imagine in our wildest dreams. Think of a time when you received a gift that was even better than what you had hoped for. That's how God's love operates. It exceeds our expectations in the most beautiful ways. Tune into your intuition, that inner compass that guides you with unwavering truth. Listen attentively to the gentle whispers of your heart, the seat of your soul, and trust the subtle yet persistent guidance you are receiving. for it is the loving hand of God gently leading you towards the love that awaits. Imagine yourself as a radio receiver, tuning into the frequency of divine love, patiently listening for the subtle signals that guide you towards your destined connections. Just as a sailor uses the stars to navigate the sea, allow your intuition to guide you towards the love that is meant for you. Faith, in its truest essence, is not a passive act of merely waiting idly for divine intervention, like a ship stranded at sea waiting for rescue. It is, instead, an active, dynamic participation in God's grand unfolding plan for your life, a courageous dance of trust and surrender. In this transformative season of love, take a bold step out in faith, venturing beyond the shores of your comfort zone and into the uncharted waters of possibility. Be intentionally open to meeting new people, diverse souls who may cross your path, engaging in meaningful conversations that delve beyond surface pleasantries and saying a wholehearted yes to opportunities that align with your values. And spark joy within your spirit, even if they seem a little daunting at first. This doesn't, by any means, suggest being reckless or compromising your deeply held values, abandoning your boundaries, or lowering your standards. It means cultivating a posture of receptivity, approaching life with an open heart and mind, being genuinely approachable, radiating warmth and kindness, and willingly choosing to invest your precious time and energy in nurturing genuine, authentic connections with those who resonate with your soul. Think of yourself as an explorer, setting out on a journey to discover new lands and new possibilities. Be open to the unexpected and embrace the adventure of meeting new people and experiencing new things. Sometimes, often when we least expect it, love requires us to courageously step outside the familiar confines of our comfort zones, to embrace vulnerability, shedding the protective layers we've built around our hearts, and to take a leap of faith, a chance on the unknown, trusting in the unseen. Remember, always remember, that God is not a distant observer but is intimately with you, walking alongside you on this journey, guiding your steps with unwavering love, protecting you from harm, and illuminating the path ahead. Step out in faith with a heart full of hope and anticipation, knowing with unshakable certainty that He is meticulously orchestrating beautiful, divinely inspired encounters and soul-stirring connections in your life, weaving together the threads of your destiny with grace and purpose. Imagine yourself as a dancer, gracefully stepping onto the dance floor of life, trusting in the music of divine providence to guide your movements and lead you to your perfect partner. Just as a bird leaves its nest to learn to fly, step out, in faith and trust that God will support you in your journey towards love. You have diligently released the heavy burdens of the past, freeing yourself from the chains of yesterday, affirmed your inherent worthiness, embracing your divine lovability, tuned into the subtle whispers of divine guidance, opening your senses to the signs around you, and stepped out in faith, courageously embracing connection and vulnerability. But there is one final, crucial element, a pivotal piece of the puzzle that unlocks the full, transformative potential of this divinely orchestrated season of love, the secret ingredient that elevates the ordinary to the extraordinary. And this, chosen one, is the key that most people in their eagerness and impatience often tragically overlook, the missing link that separates longing from fulfillment. It is perhaps the hardest step of all, requiring profound humility and unwavering trust, yet it is undeniably the most transformative, the most liberating, and the most essential. Chosen one, the ultimate revelation, the profound truth that will set you free is this: your divinely orchestrated season of love, the beautiful symphony God is composing for your heart, is unfolding in God's perfect, impeccable timing, not according to your limited human perception of time, not dictated by your impatient desires, but in accordance with His eternal wisdom and grace. The missing key, the elusive element that unlocks the door to divine love, is surrender. Surrender your ingrained need to control the outcome, to dictate the narrative, to manipulate the unfolding of events according to your own will. Surrender your relentless impatience, the gnawing desire for immediate gratification, the anxious anticipation that robs you of present peace. Surrender your rigid, preconceived notions, your fixed and often limited ideas of what love should look like, how it should manifest, and who it should come from. Trust, with every fiber of your being, that God's timing is not arbitrary or capricious, but is always unequivocally impeccable, perfect in every way. He sees the vast, panoramic bigger picture, the intricate tapestry of your life, woven across time and space. He knows with absolute certainty what you truly need, not just what you think you want in this moment, and He is orchestrating every single detail, every seemingly insignificant event with divine precision, like a master conductor leading a grand orchestra to perfect harmony. Just as a flower blooms in its own time, trust that your season of love will unfold in perfect timing. The very moment you consciously release your tight grip on control, the moment you willingly and humbly say, with unwavering faith, "God, I surrender. I release my need to control. I trust your timing implicitly. I trust your divine plan for my life. I surrender my heart, my desires, my very being to your loving guidance." That is the precise moment when you truly, fully, and completely open yourself to receive the boundless fullness of the divinely orchestrated love He has so lovingly prepared for you, a love that surpasses all earthly understanding and expectation. This surrender is not a passive act of resignation, a giving up in despair. It is, in fact, a powerful act of empowerment, a conscious choice to align your will with the divine will, to step into the flow of grace and allow God to lead. It is a profound acknowledgement that you are not alone, but are co-creating with the divine, partnering with infinite wisdom and boundless love, and that His understanding, His vision, His love are infinitely greater, more expansive, and more profound than your own limited human perspective could ever grasp. Trust the sacred process. Embrace the unfolding journey. Trust His divine timing, even when you cannot see the path ahead, and know with unwavering certainty that He is bringing a season of love into your life that is far more beautiful, more fulfilling, more deeply resonant, and more profoundly transformative than you could ever possibly imagine. A love that will exceed your wildest dreams and nourish your soul in ways you never thought possible. Imagine yourself as a seed planted in fertile ground, surrendering to the earth, trusting in the natural process of growth, knowing that in divine timing you will blossom into your full, radiant potential. Just as a caterpillar surrenders to the chrysalis, trusting in the transformation that will lead to its emergence as a butterfly, surrender to God's plan and trust that you will emerge into your season of love. Tonight, before you peacefully drift into sleep in the quiet stillness of your bedroom, take a few deep, calming breaths, center yourself in the present moment, and say this prayer aloud, allowing the words to resonate deeply within your heart and soul. Divine Source, loving Creator, I consciously release all fear and anxiety, all doubt and impatience regarding love. I wholeheartedly believe that I am inherently worthy of love, deserving of its boundless grace and tender embrace. I open my heart, my mind, and my spirit to fully receive the divinely orchestrated love that you have lovingly and meticulously prepared for me. I trust your perfect timing implicitly, surrendering completely to your divine plan for my life. I am ready, with an open heart and unwavering faith, to step fully and joyfully into my destined season of love. Feel the truth of these words wash over you, cleansing and renewing your spirit. Allow the peace of surrender to fill your being, and trust that God is working all things together for your good. Now, don't leave without being part of this transformative movement, this powerful wave of collective faith. Scroll down and take a moment to comment below with one thing, just one heartfelt prayer request, that you need prayer for today, something you are carrying in your heart, a burden you wish to lighten, a hope you wish to amplify. And then extend your heart outwards, reach out in compassion, and reply to someone else's comment, offering words of genuine encouragement, a virtual embrace of support, a beacon of light in their day. The power of collective faith, the synergistic energy of shared intention, is profoundly real, tangible, and transformative, and miracles, both big and small, happen when we come together in unity, lifting each other up in prayer and love, creating a ripple effect of divine grace that extends far beyond our individual lives. Just as a single drop of rain can contribute to a mighty ocean, your prayer and your encouragement to others can create a powerful wave of positive change. If this message, these words of hope and inspiration, resonated deeply within your soul, touched a chord within your heart, don't keep this precious gift to yourself, hoarding it like a hidden treasure. Someone you know, someone in your circle of influence, someone whose path you are meant to cross, needs to hear this message today, perhaps even more than you realize. Share this video, pass it on like a torch of light with them, extending a hand of hope and encouragement, and subscribe to this channel, joining this growing community of faith. Because this journey, your spiritual evolution, is just beginning. And I promise you with unwavering certainty, there is so much more divine guidance, so much more love, so much more abundance, so much more miraculous unfolding ahead for you, waiting to be revealed in God's perfect timing. Be a beacon of light, sharing this message with others and becoming a part of this growing community of faith. You are not alone on this journey, and together we can create a world filled with more love, more hope, and more miracles.